A very good afternoon, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We'll continue to take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. And Dr. Walter Mzembe has dropped another bombshell, and this is something very important which we need to take a look upon because, these are people who are embedded into the systems who know for sure about what is happening. They always get first-hand information about these things, and it's very important for us to cautiously take a look on what they say and give it much consideration. A lot of people are asking, the only answer I can give you at this point in time is, in our lifetime, we are going to have freedom in Zimbabwe. In our lifetime, we are going to have change in Zimbabwe. This is on the 6th of June. He posted something very important. He says, one of the clearest signals of change is this day, when folks start flying too close to the sun, pushed by unbridled ambition. This mugotidi mentality is hectares of political graveyards tavekusvika. And we have seen it in the past. We continue to see it happening all over the world. The one thing you must understand is ukaona vanhu vakufarisa kusvika paextend yekuti vanenge vakuita zvinhu vachiti we want to see kuti munotiita sei. That is a sign, a very, very clear sign. We saw it with Robert Mugabe and his team. Vanga vakufarisa for sure. It's just that Professor Jonathan Moyo was leading there and he misled a lot of people. He was the one who was running the show during those days. Kasukwere and Mzembe, I do not know why they were backbenchers then. But Jonathan Moyo was completely running the show. Maybe it's because he was a professor and was regarded one of the key thinkers within ZANU-PF. Maybe that is the reason why Mugabe was always giving him an ear. But if you take a look on what is happening at this point in time, there is a clarity in what Dr. Walter Mzembe is saying. We are getting close, we are getting there. It will be a matter of time. One day, chinomuka chakakala, one day, chinomuka chakabvondoka. And I'm telling you this, muno mu Zimbabwe, vanhu vakufarisa for sure, these leaders. You know that, how can somebody go to beg Kutanzi deal with Zambia? And Emerson Mnangagwa today will be telling you to the Commonwealth, we are getting it back into the Commonwealth. In tomorrow, he's blasting the same Western people, Western countries on a platform, Asangana na Russian president. Is it because he's looking for sympathy, or else? What will happen if that president of Russia falls finally? What will happen? What are you going to say? What are you going to do? All these issues are very important at this point in time. And I agree with Dr. Walter Mzembe right here. Ukaona chakuririsa chakuda kubvaruka. And unozati kana ukaona vanhu vakufarisa zvakuda kuitika. Zvikanzi sezvamakaimboitawo muchiti munhu wese kuna amai. Zvikanzi hectares of political graveyards. Munochiwanepi chirungu ichi? You made my day. So if you go to every dictator who fell, there was a time when he felt invincible. He felt that I'm now untouchable. And there are some people who will be cheering you up until you lose grip and you fall. And when you start to fall, there is nobody who is going to help you. But the Zimbabwean case is different. It's not Emerson Mnangagwa who is going to fall. The tree is going to be uprooted and it will fall. It is going to be uprooted and it will fall, which means Emerson Mnangagwa has set a dangerous precedence. And this precedence is not only going to hound him, it is going to hound everybody, Emerson Mnangagwa and his team. You can say that again, this is wisdom. Mugotidi mentality is entitlement. So you see, because the people say, okay, enough is enough. This is a system upside down. Everything will be upside down. They will never even find time to recover. And not only political graveyards, hallelujah, sunga jumbo anzwaza. And mapedza honorable, I like your hope and courage. General is taking this 2030 jib hallucinations lightly after all his 27 prisoners sacrifices. Let the dirty games begin. So this is Dr. Ben. Okay, so you see kuti anzipana pane Zim daily vakomana vanenge vachicheraka vasiruzwa kuti kwavari kuenda vari kupinda musuweji chaimo kunoti dohyo musuweji. Flying too close to the sun, when you fly too close to the sun, you risk melting. And melting, guys, is so dangerous because hapana any sign of existence ichaoneka. But will Emerson Mnangagwa and his team survive for another year, for 2 years? No, I doubt. If we are to be honest with each other, kuna change in 2030. If you are a real politician, you understand what I'm telling you. Kuna change in 2030. Usamboswera kundidzironze 2030 chipo muchite. Do you think we are going to fold our hands up to 2030? Do you think the people of Zimbabwe will just say, zvakatovarana zvakadaro muripo munenge muripo kusvika 2030? It will never happen like that. Go to the rural areas and start to see how the people are starting to ask questions about ZANU-PF. Nzara iriko, Mnangagwa muri kuona kuti izvezvizvi ari kumhanya everywhere achikumbira chikafu. Dai matibatsirawo, dai matidai, is because he understands very well the gravity of hunger in Zimbabwe. He understands very well the gravity of hunger in Zimbabwe and what is really happening there. So it is not going to be something which is going to be easy to think of. It's something very, very, very dangerous happening in Zimbabwe because vanhu vachafa nenzara, kuchatofiwa nenzara zviri serious. And ukaona vanhu vakufa nenzara manje inenge yachinyatsosvika nguva iya. Nguva yacho inenge yachisvika manje zvekuti unenge wakunzwa seunotsva. Apa Russia is facing its own troubles, its own problems right there. Russia is now facing its own problems and its own troubles because Ukraine has started to fight back on Russia also. This is the problem. Ukraine is now attacking Russia. Kunyika kwawe ikoko ndokwavakuatakawo. So you see that is something very, very, very dangerous and very bad, which is now happening there. And the only thing you can have or you can be guaranteed is the trouble. You can only guarantee the trouble. You are guaranteed to see trouble happening. So there are a lot of people who are saying a video Mnangagwa rakanhongwa from somewhere that is not true. I need to show you this video from another source, re-edited, so that you can actually see that this thing really happened and there is more trouble. This is the reason why, social media is good because it gives us everything on one place. So we need to bring that video right so that you get to understand what is happening and what is really happening. So I need you to understand this, guys. Change will come to the nation of Zimbabwe, but I need to play this video for you so that you hear for yourself. It's not that short, it's a longer video. What is happening? This shows that Emerson Mnangagwa is worried about what can happen in Zimbabwe at any point in time. He's worried about his future. He's worried about the future of ZANU-PF as well. And right now, he is getting to the chairmanship of SADC. It's going to be a mess. I'm telling you this. He is going to that chairmanship. It's going to be 100% mess, a complete mess. It will be something very, very interesting to note, guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be something very interesting to note. Let me play this video for you because a lot of people are doubtful and, we need to clear up the air.
The relations just ended there.
Unfortunately, my network is having some problems there.
And thereafter, both the British and the Americans have not looked upon us. They think that we are too much inclined to the east. But we have no apologies at all. We feel we are better. Relations with people also respect us, not persons who look down upon us. So we are very happy to be here. And we are anxious to actually have our relations more comprehensive and consolidated between ourselves. Yes, we are a very advanced country, but there's a lot that we can learn from you. There's a lot that we can benefit from that relationship. And there's a lot that we can open for the Russian Federation to participate in our economy, especially in the mining sector and in agriculture. There's a lot that we can afford for you to participate. And
so right here he is running.
In that process, the West will run away. You see, the West have just begun consolidating their power in Zambia, our next neighbor.
So he has just ended running his mouth against the West, directly attacking them. He's now running his mouth on Zambia.
There was a time when Zambia and Zimbabwe won. It was called Northern and Southern Rhodesia. It was won by the British, but they were now separate. And the Americans are consolidating their power in that country.
So this is it. This is what is happening. He's saying it himself. It's not AI. It's not edited by anybody. This is the reality. This is what he said, and this is what is happening.
Both in terms of security and in terms of financial support to Zambia, to make sure that we feel lonely. But that will not change us because we have taken a course which, as a people, that we feel we want to be independent and we choose our friends ourselves. And besides, we are independent today because most of us in the leadership trained here during our war of liberation. We got our independence because we were supported by yourselves here. And you don't forget that history. And you've stood by us. So, Mr. President, I am happy to be here. And if opportunity avails later on, I mean, we may find time to chat and go into more detail as which areas we must focus in terms of supporting each other and in terms of where we feel we need the external support, more especially in the area of defense and security, as well as food security. In those areas, we need to be supported. The mechanization of agriculture and so on. You can't go to the West. We have to come here because the West would want to see us down. They support our neighbors, Zambia and Malawi, very heavily. But in spite of that, Zimbabwe's economic growth is the fastest growing economy in the region, in spite of us being isolated by the Americans. So, Your Excellency, I'm very happy to be here.
So when you're a wise leader, you don't go about that, making it a case about other countries. Why? If that country finds a chance to prove that they are better than you, then you're in trouble. One day to come a point where Zambia might have better relations with Russia more than you, or Russia might find out that it's better to have better relations with Zambia and Malawi than with Zimbabwe. What will you do? You'll be left out with nobody on your side. But will these people continue to tolerate Emerson Mnangagwa? I doubt that these people protect Emerson Mnangagwa. When that day comes, you will see more trouble in Zimbabwe. But it is what it is. We'll continue to watch and see what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. At this point in time, let us meet in another episode of the podcast.